Welcome to another round of Month in Data, in which we look at the numbers behind some of this month's trending stories. AI has a power problem, and the likes of Google, Amazon and Microsoft this month revealed they are turning to nuclear energy for the solution. Microsoft and Constellation Energy signed a 20-year agreement that will see the 3 Mile Island Unit 1 reactivated and powering Microsoft data centers from 2028 onwards. While Google this month announced its partnership with Kairos Power to build 7 small modular reactors, known as SMRs, aiming to generate 500 megawatts of power by 2035. Amazon also announced a partnership with Energy Northwest to develop 4 SMRs. SMRs have around 1/3 of the generating capacity of a large conventional reactor, and close to 100 designs are in development around the world. Both projects, of course, need final approval and oversight from the US Nuclear Regulatory Commission, but the moves are necessary to satisfy the growing energy demands of the sector, meeting emissions targets. Forecasts show electricity demand rising significantly in the coming years, particularly in China. While China's large data centers have a high demand for electricity, it is only home to around 10% of the total number of centers worldwide. As energy demand for data centers increases, so too does revenue, with growth expected across all segments in the coming years. Gold's continued strength as a reliable asset and geopolitical tool saw gold prices reach record highs during the course of the month. As of the 27th of October, gold reached $2,752 per ounce, a record for the commodity. The price of gold has risen steadily over the past decade due to a combination of supply and demand factors, geopolitical events, and economic shifts. Instability in the Middle East, the upcoming US election, and potential monetary easing are all cited as factors driving up the price of gold as potential tectonic shifts drive investors to seek a safe haven. Such is the importance of gold that nations with substantial gold reserves can exert influence beyond their borders, even impacting international trade and diplomacy. In 2023, China stood as the leading gold producer, followed by Australia, Russia, Canada, and the United States. Actor and producer Idris Elba revealed plans to move to Africa, with the ambition of supporting the continent's burgeoning entertainment industry. The government of Zanzibar promised Elba, whose parents are from Sierra Leone and Ghana, around 200 acres of land to begin construction of a modern film studio. Africa comprises 18% of the world's population. It accounts for just 1% of the global creative economy. According to a UNESCO report, the film and audiovisual industry could create 20 million jobs and add $20 billion to the continent's GDP by 2030, which currently stands at $3.4 trillion. Elba envisions Africa's film industry potential much like that of South Korea's, referred to as Hallya, meaning the Korean wave, which has been knocking on the mainstream's door in recent years. Overall, 43% of global individuals stated that Korean movies were very popular in their countries, and Parasite recently made history by becoming the first non-English movie to win the Academy Award for Best Picture. With commitment from the likes of Elba and ongoing investment, Africa is well poised to emulate this success and put African stories on the main stage. As communities still grappled with the aftermath of Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Milton ravaged the Florida Peninsula in October. The Category 5 storm generated winds of 180 miles per hour, putting Milton among the strongest hurricanes ever recorded. Milton also had the 5th lowest pressure ever recorded in a hurricane, a measure that often serves as a better indicator for a hurricane's destructiveness. Hurricanes cause huge financial losses, disrupt businesses, and require significant federal disaster aid. With Helene and Milton each expected to cost over $50 billion, they are set to join an infamous list among the most costly storms in the United States. While the average damages per hurricane equate to around $22.8 billion, repair efforts from a single storm are projected to support around 90,000 jobs directly, contributing to $6.2 billion in labor income and $9.8 billion to GDP. After a packed summer of football, with the Euros in Germany, Copa America in the United States, and the Olympic football tournament in France, the spotlight has turned to the effect of such a full schedule on player welfare. Across the 5 major European leagues, over 4,000 injuries were recorded, representing a 4% increase compared to the previous season. The German Bundesliga recorded the highest number of injuries, with 1,255, followed by the English Premier League and La Liga. The total cost of injuries also increased, reaching over €730 million during this last season. The current tendency for the leading young players to play much more than their predecessors puts career longevity at risk due to both physical and mental burnout. It is now becoming more evident that there could be a need to introduce regulations to guarantee rest periods between matches to safeguard the health of the players. To find out more about these topics and countless others, head on over to statista.com and join us next time for another round of Month in Data.